My beloved child, listen closely, because this moment is not ordinary. You have felt it, haven't you? That quiet nudge, that gentle whisper in your heart, the feeling that something is trying to reach you, yet you keep brushing it aside. Not because you don't care, but because life has been loud, distracting, and overwhelming. But right now, right here, everything pauses for you. I have been speaking to you in ways you didn't expect. Through the silence you couldn't explain, through the thoughts that came out of nowhere, through the doors that didn't open when you thought they should. None of it was random. Don't skip this, because something huge is waiting for you in these words. There is something important you've been missing, not because it was hidden, but because it didn't arrive the way you imagined. You were looking for a sign that shouted, while I was sending you one that whispered. And now, this is your moment to notice it. You may think you've been waiting on answers, but the truth is, the answer has been waiting on you. Waiting for you to slow down. Waiting for you to open what has been placed right in front of you. Stay till the end, because what you're about to realize could shift everything. Right now, take a breath, and ask yourself honestly, what have you been avoiding? Not out of fear, but out of uncertainty. What have you felt drawn to, yet hesitated to explore? Because that is where I've been trying to meet you. This isn't about pressure. It's about connection. It's about finally seeing what has been there all along. And in the next moment, something deeper will begin to unfold, something you were never meant to miss. And yet, there is something stirring within you right now, something you can't quite explain. It feels like a quiet pull, a gentle urgency, as if time itself is softly tapping on your shoulder, asking you to pay attention. This is not by chance. You have been standing at the edge of a realization, one that could change the way you see everything. But each time you got close, distractions appeared, doubts whispered, and you stepped back. Not anymore. Don't skip this moment, because what you're about to see has been waiting patiently for you. There is something you need to open, not with your hands, but with your awareness. A truth you've been circling around, but never fully stepping into. It's not hidden in some distant place, it's closer than you think. It's in the decision you've been postponing. It's in the path you keep revisiting in your thoughts. It's in that quiet knowing you've tried to ignore. You keep asking for clarity, but clarity comes when you choose to look deeper, not when you keep looking away. Stay till the end, because this is where everything begins to shift. What if the delay wasn't denial, but preparation? What if the silence wasn't absence, but alignment? You are not being ignored. You are being guided, gently, patiently, consistently. And right now, something within you is starting to awaken, something that recognizes this moment is different. Because it is. In the next part, you'll begin to understand why this message feels so personal, and why it found you at exactly the right time. But here is the part you were never expecting. The message you've been waiting for was never meant to come from outside alone. It was placed within you long before this moment. That quiet voice, that sudden clarity, that feeling you couldn't shake, that was never accidental. It was intentional. You kept searching for a louder answer, something undeniable, something impossible to ignore. Yet the truth is, the most important guidance doesn't force its way in, it waits for you to recognize it. Don't skip this, because this realization changes everything. There have been moments recently where you felt a strange sense of knowing. Maybe you brushed it off. Maybe you told yourself it was nothing. But deep down, you knew it mattered. That was the door. And right now, you are standing in front of it again. Stay till the end, because something huge is about to become clear. You've been wondering why certain things didn't work out, why some paths closed, why certain opportunities slipped away. It felt confusing, maybe even frustrating. But what if those endings were not losses, but redirections? What if they were clearing the path for something you haven't fully seen yet? You are not behind. You are not late. You are being positioned. And this moment, this exact moment, is your invitation to finally open what has been placed before you. In the next part, you will begin to see what happens when you stop resisting, and start stepping into what has been waiting for you all along. And now, something begins to shift within you. You can feel it, can't you? That quiet resistance you once held is starting to loosen, that hesitation is slowly fading. Not because everything suddenly makes sense, but because something deeper is asking you to trust. This is the moment where everything changes. You don't need all the answers right now. You don't need a perfect plan. What you need is the willingness to open, to see, to listen, to finally acknowledge what has been gently calling you forward. Don't skip this, because you are closer than you think. There is a part of you that already knows what to do next. It's subtle, but it's there. It doesn't shout, it doesn't rush you, it simply waits for you to say yes. Yes to clarity. Yes to growth. Yes to the path that feels uncertain, yet undeniably right. Stay till the end, because something powerful is about to be revealed. You've been holding on to what feels familiar, even when it no longer feels aligned. And that's okay. Letting go isn't about losing, it's about making space. Space for something new. Space for something true. Space for the version of you that has been quietly waiting to emerge. Right now, you are standing at a turning point. Not a loud, dramatic one, but a quiet, life-shifting decision that only you can make. And in the next part, you'll begin to see what happens when you take that step, when you finally open what has been waiting, and allow it to transform everything. And then, in the stillness, it finally becomes clear. Not all at once, not in a sudden flash, but in a calm, undeniable knowing that settles deep within you. The kind of clarity that doesn't need proof, because it feels true in a way nothing else ever has. This is what you've been waiting for. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is unfolding inside you right now. You begin to realize that nothing was wasted. Every delay, every pause, every moment of confusion was quietly shaping you, preparing you to see this with new eyes. And now, you see it. That thing you've been hesitating about, it's not there to confuse you, it's there to invite you. That path you've been questioning, it's not uncertain, it's simply unfamiliar. That feeling you couldn't explain, it was always leading you here. Stay till the end, because this is where everything aligns. You don't need to force anything anymore. You don't need to chase signs or wait for something louder. What you needed has already reached you. Right here. Right now. All that's left is your response. Will you keep standing at the edge, wondering what could happen? Or will you take that quiet step forward and open what has been waiting for you? Because once you do, something begins to move. A new sense of peace. A quiet confidence. A direction that feels steady, even if it's new. And in the next part, you'll discover what truly happens when you choose to step forward, and why this moment was never just another moment, but the beginning of something you were always meant to find. And as you take that step, something within you awakens. It's subtle at first, almost like a quiet light turning on inside your heart. Not overwhelming, not dramatic, but steady, calm, and certain. This is what happens when you finally stop resisting. Don't skip this, because this is the moment everything begins to flow. You start to notice a shift, not just around you, but within you. The confusion that once clouded your thoughts begins to fade. The heaviness you carried feels lighter. And in its place, there is clarity. Not perfect clarity, but enough to move forward. Stay till the end, because something powerful is still unfolding. You begin to understand that you were never meant to have it all figured out at once. You were only meant to take the next step, and then the next, trusting that each one would reveal what comes after. And now, you're doing exactly that. The door you once hesitated to open no longer feels intimidating. It feels right. Not because it guarantees certainty, but because it resonates with who you are becoming. This is your alignment. You are no longer waiting for a sign, you are becoming the answer you were searching for. And as this realization settles in, something even deeper begins to rise, a sense that this journey is far from over, that what lies ahead is more meaningful than anything you've left behind. In the next part, you will feel the true depth of what has been set in motion, and why this moment will stay with you long after this message ends. And now, a deeper truth gently rises to the surface. It's not loud. It doesn't demand attention. But it is undeniable. You were never being ignored. Every moment you thought nothing was happening, something was quietly aligning. Every time you felt like you were waiting, you were actually being prepared. Not rushed, not forced, just guided in a way you couldn't fully see until now. Don't skip this, because this realization changes how you see everything behind you. The silence you once questioned, it had purpose. The pauses you resisted, they had meaning. Even the moments you almost gave up, they were shaping your strength. Stay till the end, because something huge is still unfolding. You are beginning to see that this was never about trying harder, it was about becoming more aware. More open. More willing to trust what you feel, even when it doesn't come with immediate answers. And now, you are different. Not completely changed overnight, but shifted in a way that matters. You notice more. You feel more clearly. You recognize what aligns, and what doesn't. This is your awakening. And with it comes a quiet confidence, the kind that doesn't need validation, the kind that simply knows. You are no longer chasing signs. You are recognizing them. And in the next part, you'll understand why this moment was so crucial, why you had to experience everything leading up to this, and what it truly means for what comes next. And now, you begin to understand why this moment could not be rushed. Everything had to unfold exactly as it did. Not sooner, not later. Because if you had seen this too early, you might have doubted it, or walked past it without recognizing its value. But now, you're ready. Don't skip this, because this is the turning point you were meant to reach. You've grown in ways you didn't notice at first. Your patience has deepened. Your awareness has expanded. And your heart, it's more open than it has ever been. That's why this message feels different. Stay till the end, because something beautiful is about to settle within you. You are no longer searching the same way. There is less confusion, less urgency, and more trust. Not in everything around you, but in what you feel inside. And that changes everything. Because when you trust that inner knowing, you stop second-guessing every step. You move with quiet certainty. You begin to recognize that what is meant for you doesn't need to be forced, it reveals itself when you are aligned with it. This is that moment. The moment where you stop asking, "Why is this happening?" and begin to see, "This is leading me somewhere meaningful." You didn't miss anything. You didn't fall behind. You were being guided to arrive here, fully aware, fully present. And now, there is only one thing left. In the final part, you will feel the full weight and beauty of what this journey has been preparing you for, and why opening this message today was never a coincidence. And now, you stand at the edge of something quietly extraordinary. Not something distant, not something unreachable, but something already unfolding within you. You can feel it, a calm strength, a steady clarity, a sense that you are no longer lost in the noise. This is what it was all leading to. Don't skip this, because this moment holds more meaning than you realize. You are no longer the same person who started this journey. The questions that once felt heavy don't weigh on you the same way. The uncertainty that once held you back, no longer has the same power. Because now, you see. You see that every step had purpose. You see that every pause had direction. You see that what felt like silence was never empty. Stay till the end, because something beautiful is about to settle into your heart. There is a quiet confidence growing within you now, the kind that doesn't need approval, the kind that moves gently but firmly. It tells you that you are ready, not for everything all at once, but for what comes next. And that is enough. You don't need to rush forward. You don't need to prove anything. You simply need to remain open, aware, and willing to continue this path you've begun to recognize. Because what has started within you cannot be undone. And as this realization deepens, you begin to feel something even more powerful, a sense of peace that doesn't come from having all the answers, but from finally trusting the direction you're moving in. In the final part, everything comes together, and you will understand why this message had to reach you today, and what it truly means for the life that is unfolding before you. And now, everything gently comes together. Not in a way that overwhelms you, but in a way that settles your heart. A quiet completion. A deep understanding that this moment, this exact moment, was never random. You were meant to pause here. Don't skip this, because this is where it all becomes real. You've been listening, feeling, recognizing. And now, you see it clearly, the message was never outside of you. It was always being awakened within you, step by step, moment by moment. What you were trying to hear, you have now begun to understand. This is the shift. No more waiting for something louder. No more doubting what you already feel. No more overlooking the quiet direction guiding you forward. Stay with this feeling, because something beautiful is taking root inside you. You are not being pushed, you are being invited. Invited into clarity. Into peace. Into a life where you trust yourself enough to move without fear holding you back. And that changes everything. From this moment on, you will begin to notice it more, the gentle guidance, the inner knowing, the sense that you are not walking aimlessly anymore. You are aware. You are present. You are ready. And whatever comes next, you will meet it with a calm strength that was always within you, just waiting to be seen. This message found you for a reason. Not to change you overnight, but to remind you of what has been quietly true all along. Now, keep moving forward.